A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. To the air on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Here's why this was so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are. I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football. And it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
Quickly complete. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's wrong. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. The hand to the running back. Find some fresh air. Really putting together a... Now they get the first. It's at the 37.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
And the Yellow Jackets have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Wolverines! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here comes the heat. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
This quarterback feels like he's spiraling a little bit right now. Of course, he threw the pick on the last drive. That last throw should have been picked up. Thanks to the defender dropping it, the offense is still on the field. And if you're this quarterback, you've got to settle yourself down. You better do it quicker.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Wants to go up top on first down. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Yellow Jackets will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Give to the running back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. You know, usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money, but this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines, he'll do the rest.
Got his man quickly.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Oh, better look out! Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the tailback. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
Think about when you hit those guys on the move, man. He's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Got out of trouble and throws. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Reed. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
With the catch, it's Reed.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
And the Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Using his feet. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Myers on the move. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Big for this huge third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. The Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
Might be changing the route. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Reed. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. It's a draw. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Wide open spaces. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Throwing right. Complete downfield. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
And that shows you the confidence this QB has in his target down the field. Running the corner route, he's well covered, but he knows if he puts it up in the air, his guy's going to go climb the ladder and make a play for him. Beautiful job.
Plucks it out of the air. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Finds his big tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got him downfield. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on second down. Finds a man in the middle. And he's dragged down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Wolverines come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
the RPO complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Complete to the right. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reed. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Reed.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Calls his tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A 4th down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big 4th down conversion here in the 3rd quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
Picks up the first down, still moving.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Under fire. Complete out of the backfield. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
The give. Creates a little room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Running it to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snagged out of the air. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Shotgun snap on third down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Can White cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we stop.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock, 35. Gannon University, 17.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Now, after the incompletion, it leaves them with third and goal from the 3. Trying to surge it in. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They already have the lead, but they will go for the knockout punch here in the fourth quarter on 4th and goal. Wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here in a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He wants to throw it again. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a